Hey, what's going on guys? It's Dennis here. So today's video I wanted to do an unboxing and also a first impressions on this guy right here. It is the Zhiyun Crane M2. It is the updated version of the Crane 1, which I never had. I had a Phaotech G5 and also the GoPro Karma Grip in the past. Those were specifically for GoPros. So this is my very first real gimbal. Anyone that watches my channel or subscribes, you know that my primary vlogging cameras are either the Sony RX100 Mark VA, which I'm recording on right now, or my GoPro Hero 7 Black. And coincidentally, both those cameras can be stabilized and mounted and balanced on this gimbal here. So it's kind of a win-win situation for me. So let's get to the unboxing, and then we're gonna do some test footage and see how well this gimbal works. So this, just for reference, was not brand new. I got it pre-owned, kind of like an open box, like new kind of thing. Set that aside over there. So you get a cool little M2, I guess, quick start guide or something. Get a service card, and then yeah, like a little quick start guide manual kind of thing. Set that aside. Then this is the case. Pretty nice. This is kind of textured. It's like a kind of similar to what the DJI Spark came in, like a hard styrofoam kind of thing. There is no locking mechanism or latch or anything, so it's pretty easy to just open it. So let's open this guy up. That's it right there. So it comes with a wrist strap kind of thing. Comes with the tripod, which you would put on the base. Here. Comes with the quick release plate, which is pretty cool. It has grips on the bottom there. Comes with some type of USB-C cable, I guess for charging. I don't know if you would use this for firmware updates or not, but definitely for charging. There we go. Comes with a, oh, that's fancy. This is, I guess, aluminum. It's definitely metal, but it's a Zhiyun smartphone, I guess, cradle to put on there. So you could basically use this gimbal for compact cameras like this, point and shoot cameras, probably lighter mirrorless cameras, your smartphone, and obviously GoPros. Oh, and then the little fastening bolt. Pretty tight, pretty snug. And then the main attraction, the gimbal itself, the Zhiyun Crane M2. This thing's beautiful. Very cool. So let's kind of assemble this. So first things first, I'm going to put it onto the little tripod that comes with it. And this is made out of plastic. It looks like, it feels like the entire body of the gimbal, at least the grip part, is plastic. The grip parts are kind of texturized. I don't know if there's rubber on there. It kind of has a weird rubber-like feel, but I don't think it is rubber. But it's very tactile, nice firm grip there. Looks like the motor arms, or whatever you're gonna call these, are probably aluminum. They definitely feel like metal. So it's not all plastic, but the body itself of the gimbal does feel like plastic, along with the tripod. So that's pretty much it right there. Pretty fancy. So this is the front of it. You have a cool little joystick here. You got your record button, which supposedly you can control some smartphones. I would check the Zhiyun website to see what the compatibility is. For the Sony RX100 Mark V, supposedly you can control the camera through the gimbal, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I bought it. So you have the record button there, mode button, power button on the side here, menu button, and then here you have your zoom feature, and then on the back you have the trigger button, which will help you do follow mode, and then you have a 1/4" thread here. I guess you could stick a microphone there on the side or something. This has a locking mechanism for one of the axes. It's right here. I'm gonna have to zoom in, but you basically can unlock it and then this will freely spin around. Now it looks like the other two axes are locked, and they technically are, but they don't have individual locking mechanisms. There's a little pin, you can't really see it, underneath here that is actually locking those into place. So to loosen those, you'd basically loosen this guy, pull the pin out, and move this arm, and then now they're freely able to move around. So what I'm going to do is try to balance the RX100 Mark V, so we will be back in a bit. Okay, so that seems pretty good. So I think we're good. So what I'm going to do now is power it on, and yep, looks like we're good. So it is now stabilizing. Pretty cool. Okay, so before we get into testing the Zhiyun Crane M2, I just wanted to put it into perspective, the size of this gimbal. This is the size of the Zhiyun Crane M2. This is the GoPro Karma grip, and it's actually larger. Let's actually take the tripod off. Check out this size comparison. Crazy. This is only for GoPro cameras. This is for very light mirrorless cameras, point and shoot cameras, GoPro cameras, smartphones, and it's tinier. I just wanted to put that into comparison with the GoPro Karma grip and then the Zhiyun Crane M2. So, all right, so we're gonna get to the test footage now. I'm exhausted. So you're probably thinking, what are my thoughts on the Zhiyun Crane M2? Well, so far, I really like this thing. This thing is awesome. I don't have that much experience with it yet. This is pretty much my very first outing with it, but for what it is and what it does, it's really good. With the help of the Zhiyun Crane M2, I'm seeing very, very smooth footage. It's not professional grade, but for my purposes, for vlogging, it's awesome. I love the small form factor, because if we take the tripod feet off, I mean, that's the gimbal right there. That's the whole thing. You probably want the tripod feet on there, but if you're just run and gun and you're just fine with this, that's so minuscule. Like it's insane how small this setup is. So like I said earlier in the video, this is pretty much my very first real gimbal. This is definitely going to help me out. I love it so far. You'll definitely see more videos from me about this beast of a gimbal in the future. I definitely want to do some videos on this and also the Sony RX100 Mark VA for like my settings and whatnot, in case you're interested, so look forward to that. But I think that is going to do it for me. I would like to know what everyone thinks about this gimbal. With it being my first gimbal, I'm impressed. Some of you might think like, oh, that's garbage, or you know, you're holding it wrong, you're walking with it wrong. You know, like I said, this is my first gimbal, so I'm not going to be perfect. I am learning though, so yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think. Is this a gimbal that you would pick up for your point and shoot camera, your GoPro, your cell phone, or your light mirrorless cameras? If you own one, have you had any issues? Do you love it? Do you hate it? You know, let me know what you guys think. If you found this helpful, all the comparisons I did on the stabilization, let me know what you thought. Were you impressed? Because I definitely was impressed. If you enjoyed this video and if it was helpful to you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Okay, just for the record, I'm super tired, so I had to record each of those twice. I had to do it running down the third baseline in reverse, pretty much down that way. So walking, jogging, and then sprinting, and then I had to do it a second time running from home plate over to, like, you know, shallow outfield. So I'm tired. All right, so I'm gonna pack everything up